guys, we're back with day number 2 on the Pontiac Vibe. I don't think we've got a lot of stuff to switch over here, so we're going to get some things switched over onto the new / used engine and get it dropped back in this car so we can hopefully get her back up and running and out the door. So I guess first thing first, pull this tensioner off. Need that. We'll save this for the fella. He paid for it, so might as well give it back to him. You never know in the future if that goes bad. The other thing we told him that we would change is his water pump, because he said that one's pretty well new. You got a bucket ready. Take that little guy off. Things are always crusty. Well, these are pretty notorious for going bad on these engines. We do a fair amount of them. So we did get a new O-ring that goes in the block here. This one might be okay, but it's funny. I think yesterday when I was looking at this, I seen the silicone here. For whatever reason, I was thinking it was the water pump. That's actually the timing cover. Silly me. So we're gonna have to get something to get all the crusties off this. We've got some old dried antifreeze around here. We gotta get off there. Not too bad. Better get our gaskets out there before they all fall down. There. Beautiful. Now we'll take his, we'll get a rag, and it's got that little groove around there where the O-ring sits. Some old coolant in there still. Absorb that up out of there. We'll clean out that groove. And probably the best, I got anything I can use to clean that out with? Of course I do. The Wonder Juice. Look at that. That stuff can cure the common cold, I think. Or it can give you one. Look at that, beautiful. It's like new. I'll take a little water pump O-ring here. Stick that little guy on there. It almost fits. Go aftermarket garbage. A little too big. Perfect, like a glove, baby. And we'll zip the one off the used engine here, or well, the old engine, I guess. But we don't have a pan for down here, so we'll just we got a little diaper down here. We don't care if these bolts break off. We got one more somewhere. Oh, a little bit of a mess. That stuff looks kinda... It smells kind of funny. It smells like gas. Well, that's weird. I mean, it smells like it's cooked almost, huh? Boy, I sure wish I knew what happened up until the point this thing went kaput. Cause it's got some funk to it. Got a little bit of funk. There's usually always more to the story than we always get. I don't know. Definitely stinks, I'll tell you that. I mean, it's starting to kind of smell from the whole shop here. It's really, really strong odor. So we'll take and stick this back on there. Make sure the O-ring's nice and flush. Go ahead and get that snugged up there to factory specs and see what else we need to change. We need to swap the alternator over there. See that? And like I mentioned, we got to get the what else we got? AC compressor. Oh man, I still gotta call that guy, and then I forgot all about that. Guess that's what happens when you get about 80 other things going on. Oxygen sensor. Gotta do that because the wires are all chewed up. There we go, that's all torqued. Probably not worth saving the water pump for them. That'd be kind of silly, I think. These things are pretty inexpensive. I got this big jabroni here. That fits. Didn't do without wasn't too bad. There we go. Assume it probably works. This one hopefully comes out nice and easy. Beautiful. I say this one might work, but one wire on it's kind of chewed up, so better safe than sorry. Give it the old schwapperoo here. That'd be just fine. There we go. Toe hooks. I just call them toe hooks. Oh, come on. Oh, that hole's all corroded on that one. I have to run a thread chaser down that before we go stuffing that in there. This is the factory one. Get a, what is that? Like a 10 millimeter? Grab a thread chaser for this one, and we'll thread chase out the block here so we can put that on. Okay, got that done. Should fit now. Stand up. Perfect. What else do we need? So we need 12. Oh, you dummy. Whoa! That was the counterweight. Plus our blocker wood. Alright, well there's our alternator. Let's stick it down here first. Let's see, is that it? That knock center's on there. Boy, we're almost done. Almost done. Alright, I guess we are not doing this at this point, so no big deal. We will just stick it back on there. It won't be a big deal if we decide to do it later, I guess. They always do. Get on there. There we go. A little bit of corrosion is all. Stick that back on. Oh, let's see. Torque the spec. I've got a couple hoses on the back side. Can you guys even see what I'm doing? Got some hoses on the back side of this engine we gotta get off, so I yank them off. I think we're home free. So we'll get these hoses yanked off there. Let's take them, let's see where the heck is that one. Let's stick them right up here. I know you guys can't see it, but I'm just popping them right up on the other engine. That way we don't lose track of who goes where. Got that one. It's there somewheres. And we'll take and transfer these bolts that we left in here loose, because they obviously go with the other engine. I see that engine up on the stand is missing the bolt out of this bracket, so we gotta grab an impact here. Something we have to do is we have to get these studs out. They take a little E7 there on the front. Hopefully it'll come out. Okay, that one did. This dipstick is right in our way. There we go. Not anymore, it's not. Alright, there's that. Get this thing propped back up on the block. Let's see, I got our other hoses switched out, and I took that bolt that was on this fuel line here. Got that swapped over. I think we just need our flywheel, our old oil filter. I'm just kidding, we're not going to use the old oil filter. Oh, we've got this little bracket here. This goes right by the cam sensor up on the valve cover, so we got to stick that up there. Never send your core engine back until the engine is in your car and running. That's the only advice I can give you. Because if you do, there's going to be like this one little thing. This way it seems it always works out. So I see we're missing some nuts there. That little stud is loose. Got a bolt missing there off the valve cover. Pull our tape off. Get these studs put in. Yeah, who's getting excited? Anybody? It's always a mystery whether your junkyard engine's going to run or not. Hopefully it does. Oh, let's see. Got the valve cover bolt that's missing there. Put that on. That's the little cap. Got a little stud here. Got a lot of open holes. I can't remember. Let me grab this engine cover. So we've got this engine cover that goes on. And the stud came out with the old engine before. It's got that little acorn nuts. Like I say, when this came from the other shop, it was, I think they must have been in there. Well, I ain't holding it with those. I have to go get something a little stronger. And we'll find out what's missing here. Hopefully, I can probably tell right now. Okay, so these top two holes here are part of that engine cover, this one stud and this stud. It must be this stud. This must be for something else. Obviously. Let's see. Yeah, because we've got a couple, I bet it's gotta be for wiring harness loom. So this bracket here, it's easier to move the camera, I guess. So this bracket here that we put on must be held on with that. And then we'll leave this nut loose. We must have took that off. We must have left that on the wiring harness, is the only thing I can assume. We've got our studs back on. This engine looks pretty clean. Good, that's fantastic. And then this stud and this stud and that hole are for the engine cover, which we only have one of those special, I don't know if they're really that special, one of the acorn nuts here. You know, they're just, you know, capped off. And this one over here had this nut on it when we took it apart. Because I saved that, I stuck it on the bottom of the stud so we wouldn't lose it. It's no big deal, and it didn't have anything in the back if I remember right, yeah. Yeah, we don't have anything saved here. Well, it's no big deal, it's just an engine cover. We'll get some hardware to put that back on. We'll leave that nut loose. Let's see, we can take the junk out of the back of this guy's car now, I guess. Because we're not going to scrap the car. And this engine here is going back to the junkyard. With all the valves that are whacked. We'll save his coils. They just take these back, they don't do anything with them, they just go in for scrap metal. You know, because this one doesn't even have salvageable, it doesn't have a salvageable head. They might take and, you know, maybe yank the injectors or something off of it, I have no idea. So we'll just stick a couple bolts on that, find something to fit here. And that's it. Drop down some bolts like in a spark plug hole. Good to go. They go one way. Sometimes these are one way also. Beautiful. I guess just to avoid getting any trash down our intake while we're putting this thing in, because you know we might put this in and might not be able to work on it for a while. I'm not sure what we got going on after lunch today. There's always something happening, you know, or you might have to walk away from the job and you never know. So we'll just pack this up. Because we're going to assume that it's a good engine and treat it like one. Okay. I think that's it, guys. You know what's missing? What I noticed is missing. You can get slid on this. The dowel pins on this engine are missing. We're missing both dowel pins. So we have to get them out of this engine. And they're not straight through holes. That sucks. So we can't just use like a punch and get them from the backside. Give them the beans, get them out. So we're gonna take our dowel pins out. If you're using a junkyard engine and you got dowel pins in your engine, but your other dowel pins are still stuck in your transmission, make sure you notice that before you go to set this little guy in, or you'll have what we call trouble. let's see, we needed this to be tipped back a little bit. So I'm gonna take and see if we can make that little adjustment just by moving our chain link without getting it too cattywampus. So, kind of easy to do right now. Jump ahead a couple links here. See if we can favor one side without being too tipped, but yeah, I think we'll move it back one link, and then like I mentioned before, you know, we can take a, you know, a strap or something and easily rotate it. Of course, this engine's not very heavy either. Now I try to figure this out before it's on its way in, you know. So we'll just go one notch here. They make engine leveling bars, you know, the big crank on them, but they're always in the way, I think. On big engines, I'll use one of those. If you're doing it by yourself, you know. Put that there, so that's not gonna be in our way. I'll get something to buzz this off. We'll get the flywheel on. We'll go get our dowel pins out. We'll go eat some lunch. We'll slip it on in. And have it in there very tight. That's even the wrong size socket. It doesn't take much to support one of these. It is kind of nice if you can work on both of them without, you know, crawling on the floor. Sometimes we have to. The other thing I find that supports an engine really well, if you got to do the swap over on the floor, is you know, just take an old, you know, 15-inch tire or something, just set it right in the tire, and that allows you to kind of rock it without tipping it over usually. You know, if you're swapping parts back and forth. We'll stick these back up in our bolt bin. Stick that back on the engine stand. Grab some loctite here. This flywheel bolts had red loctite on them, so that's what we'll put back on them. The good stuff, permanent. I didn't know what they had. Well, if they didn't, that's what they're getting. Okie dokie. Make sure you put your flywheel on the right way. You want to hook that. Let's see if this is. A lot of times, if they only go on one way, they'll have a keyway. Oh, you know what? Ooh, baby. I almost forgot. Man, that would have sucked. That's not something you want to see sitting in your cart when you're all done. Little spacer goes in the flywheel. I'd not give you the warm and fuzzies. Finish getting this done, we'll get that torqued down. For real, we'll torque it down. Loctite in there. Made some of them going a little snug. Let me get the torque stick on that. Dowel pins. Don't forget the dowel pins. You know what else we need? Our exhaust gasket. Well, it's definitely not that one. That one's way too small. I don't know, it fits inside there, so it's got to be this one. Be nice to the package, just in case we're wrong. There's only 2 options. Glad to see that both of them are wrong. Awesome. Story of my life right there, folks. I looked it up. There's only 2 options. It says we're gonna make sure that we're not put behind on this job. We're gonna order both options. Lovely. So we're gonna go with plan D, which is reuse the old one. Used engine, used gasket. I think it'll probably work just fine. If it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. It's something we can change at a later date. One guy's not gonna want to stick on there though. Probably good enough for what we're gonna do. Once it's lined up against a pipe, that pipe has a little small hole in that flange anyhow. That's part of the converter, so, but I think we'll be okay. I'm pretty confident. I'm happy if you're happy. We got our dowel pins. Baby. And they're tapered on the end, so you don't really have to worry about, you know, flattening them with your screwdriver. Yeah, your screwdriver. Yeah, don't flatten them with your screwdriver, you dummy. Don't flatten them with your hammer. So now what we should do is get our X lined up. Let's see, we turning this right direction. Yep. Want to go pop an old chain, though. Get that where it needs to be. What do we got here? What's up, Mrs. O?
Brought you some tea.
Oh, awesome, thanks. We're just coming in for lunch.
Where?
Yep. It's ready, right?
Sure. Yep.
Oh, good. Oh, there's our X. X marks the spot. So now, can you guys even see what? They can't even see what I'm doing. Well, you guys seen when we took it apart. We just want to make sure that that's going to line up in its happy place. In case the whole pattern here is odd, which I don't think it is, but it's just a habit. I'm going to leave the old oil filter on there until we put it in case we whack it on something. You don't want to whack your brand new one. That's it. We're ready to go. Well, oh no, remember we got to pull that axle out a little bit. Or schmidgen. Oh, and this is our coffee cup we got from the viewer. All the way from the United Kingdom, baby. Rust is not a crime. Custom built. That is custom made. Seems appropriate. Came from the UK and I'm drinking tea.
Yeah.
Do they drink tea there? No, don't they talk about it?
Do you drink tea in the UK? I don't know. I would assume.
After that, love, I tea and some biscuits. Don't they say that?
In the UK?
Yeah, am I wrong? I don't even know where it is. That's what I envision though.
Probably.
Bunch of guys going around driving minis. You know, working on the petrol engine. That's what they say. Don't you ever watch that Car and Driver?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
On my TV.
We've got a 1.8 litre petrol engine. No, what else do they say?
I don't know, you
With
got
it,
all the...
oh yeah, 1.8 litre petrol engine coupled up to a automatic gearbox. That's what they call them. And they don't pop the hood on cars, they pop the bonnet.
Did they pop it?
I don't think they pop it.
Did they lift it?
They open the bonnet.
They open it.
Yep. And the boot. They don't have trunks, they have boots. Bonnet and the boot. And they don't have 2 doors and 4 doors like we have here. I might even be wrong. We could be talking about the wrong country.
You were talking about car and driver. No.
Oh, I mean, they have coupes and sedans.
Well, that's technically what they are.
I know, but here in New York, we call them 4 doors, 2 doors. You got 2 door or 4 door, or hatchback. I wonder what they call hatchback. What do they call hatchbacks? Is it like a coupe hatchback?
A sedan hatchback?
I don't know.
Could be either
I don't know.
way.
Your guess is good as mine, lady.
It's a bootless.
Bootless, bootless. Yeah. It's got no booty. Oh, we got screwed from the parts store again.
No.
Yep. So I looked up the exhaust gaskets, so when we're making the video, we're happy, things are working fluidly. 2 options on exhaust gaskets. It says, won't beat the system.
Got 'em both.
Got 'em both. We got 2 wrong ones. This one's takes a bigger one, so this engine could probably have a little bit more power than she's supposed to.
Oh.
Oh yeah. These ones, this is what most people drive around their Vibe, total weak sauce. This thing's been all ported out. It's gonna be like, whoa.
So if that was the only options, where are you getting your seal?
We went to plan D.
You use the old one?
Yes, ma'am. It's gonna work awesome. Don't you worry. Like I said, the little pipe's got a hole in it. You guys gotta see this anyways. So there's our pipe that we're talking about. Slightly perforated right there. Not too big a deal. It's not gonna cause an issue. I doubt it caused an issue before, but I mean that involves buying the catalytic converter anyways, which, you know, we're not gonna do at this point. We're gonna stick it back in. It should seal. That's way up on the gasket surface anyhow. I think we'll be fine. Get my torque wrench here. 61 foot-pounds is the magic number we're looking for. You again?
Yeah, I need some help.
You need some help. I told you that all the time.
What?
I tell you that all the time.
That you need help?
Oh.
Well, see, I got this. I just don't have enough muscle.
Are you supposed to cut the old fabric off?
No, I don't think so. It's part of the structure. It goes over, but I need like some.
Holy smokes, are you sure that is right?
Listen, all the reviews said that it takes some muscle and some working.
I have arthritis, lady.
I know, but it just,
I'm like,
it's gonna fit.
gosh. I don't know, you got a long ways to go.
It's gonna save you like $100.
Well, save you like $100. I would have just bought the whole armrest.
It was a lot of money. It was $130 for the armrest.
And how much was your little
This
cover
is
there?
from your dog. So,
No, that was when she was young and irresponsible and you left her in the car.
like 2 seconds.
Well, I take her with me everywhere as I go, so she was upset with you.
Well, again, I
She
was
never
taking
chewed one
care-
thing in my truck.
I was taking care of her for you. This is what happened.
What was that
I
first
also had 3 children, so I had to take care of them first.
Oh, I see.
And this is what happened, and now I need your muscle to pull it on for me.
Well, folks, looks like I gotta go for a minute.
Yeah, I can tell you.
You're happy?
For now.
Oh, for now? Jeez.
We're gonna try it later.
Oh, okay. That's not even the right size, is it? And my torque wrench turned off. Oh, let's see. Always getting blamed, you know. Where's our 14? Here it is. No, back when Sheba was just a wee little puppy, Vanessa left her in the car for a minute. And she ate her armrest. Well, I think we're at a good point to stop and go eat some lunch. That's the only reason why we can't put it back in. Oh, the axle. Why do I keep forgetting about the axle? We gotta pull that axle back a little bit. Then we'll weigh so much. 19 or so. So we're just gonna crack this ball joint loose. Because we only need to pull that axle out just a tiny bit more. So we're not even gonna take the axle nut off. Pull this control arm down. Now we've got some more room. We're just gonna slide it out a little bit more. As long as it doesn't hit the axle or the seal, we'll just kind of leave it resting right in the transmission, and we should be good to go. Don't foresee any problems with this. If it is in our way, oops, I'm pulling that too hard. If it is in our way, then obviously we'll take it out the rest of the way. And our bolt right there. Where are we? Hey Josh, will you hand me out? We got a little bucket in there you can hand me. All right, thanks Josh. Ooh, now she's leaking. Okay. All right, well, that's dribbling now. I'm just gonna leave that right there. There's no sense in taking that out any further, you know, and loosen the axle, not have to deal with that. We'll get the engine in, we'll just slide that back in, put the ball joint in, and we're done. And that's way out of our way right now, and it's not hitting against the seal, so we're good to go. What do we got?
Some salad. Just for you. Hey. Whoa!
Oh, did it go right directly into the garbage?
No,
Oh.
no, just the top fell off.
Oh. We got any meat?
Actually, there's no meat with this meal. It's pasta.
Oh my gosh, the people are gonna start feeling bad. Hey, our one viewer did send us a whole box of meat. So, you know, maybe.
Because I don't feed you any.
Well, they think all I eat is salad and peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut and jelly?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
that's not fair. What do you only take video of peanut butter and jelly and salads when I make them?
The way they send us meat.
I'm going to take some other pictures.
Oh.
Disprove that. Here you go.
All right, well, lunch is over. Got a cup of hot cocoa for dessert. Keep us going. And she feeds me more than lettuce, so that's good. But a lot of viewers give her a little grief because always seems like we're eating salad. Anyhow, got the engine just kind of sitting over top of the car here, so we'll get ready to set that down in and see if we run into any problems doing that. I don't suspect we will. Hopefully we won't. We've moved that axle out, so we should be good to go. Okay, so here we go. I think if I remember right.